and it sucks, but it's a nice thing to have once it gets done.
Oh yeah, once we get it all done, put it up on the website, it's gonna be nice.
I will say that it's a little. I mean, that's one thing with having the 7 teams. I don't know if it's possible, on a bye week, but there was one year we had an entire league photo over on the NHL ice. I don't know if there was 4 or 6. I think there were 6 teams that year, and that looked pretty sweet. So I don't know if that's possible, but if we do the individual photos, I'm sure with Photoshop and something, we can someone can blend it together to make it look like a league photo. So
figure it'd be good fun. Make some memories there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need that extension thing.
For what?
With the extra, so I can.
No, we don't even need this mic. Everyone hears us. You got it set up. We got the. Yeah, we're good. Everything's good, and we'll hear you. You got MNL HL. Wanted to go over the stat sheet real quick, just to take a peek at who's top. I know who's tops in the league. Mr. Taylor just lighting everything up.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, Mr. Whaler. But and I think Peso. Peso's one of these guys like Nordique's lost 6-2, but he got a goal, so he's probably happy.
Yep. Oh yeah.
But we got Matt Taylor was neck and neck with Proctor, but a huge night for Matt Taylor.
He went off.
And nothing for Proctor. So Taylor's got the lead with 12 goals, 15 points. Proctor in second with 11 points. Fister making a little charge there for the Tigers with 8 points. And
4-4, baby.
Yeah,
team player.
Still, it's still anybody's race, but
Sugar there too, 3-6, and you guys should give a shout out to Koner right there, 6 rounder at 6.
Yep.
5 goals. Kimmel.
Yeah, Kimmel
5 goals.
Kimmel goal a night pace. He has scored in every North Stars game about.
Not a big deal.
Goal a game. So.
And look at Rakowski, the agitator, at 10.
Yep.
There you go. Now let's go to goalies there. Let's go to goalies.
We don't.
We're not going. Well, you should want to care about goalies. The North Stars goalie is tied at first right now with me.
That was just a joke. Riley leading the league with 1.8.
No. We're tied, but I'm winning because I'm 4-1.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm splitting hairs with it. I'm number 1.
Keelia 2.2, Pangreasy on a losing squad 2.6, keeping the Americans in there every night. Claus is now willing to show his ice.
No.
Claus is willing to show his face at the arena now that he got that shutout.
I know he's even bringing 3s around.
Yeah. It was an embarrassing goals against average for Claus there for a while, but he bounced back. So
yeah.
Anyways, so those are the stats. Those are on MNLHL.com for anyone who wants.
Quick
to
shout out to Riley there, getting a shutout over me.
Yeah, I mean Riley's got a shutout. Claus has a shutout now. So
there you go.
There you go. And then one other plug in the MNL news that Loosey Goosey wanted to mention that I don't know if the bowling alley is shut down or they weren't open for a while.
I'll tell you a story about it.
But
so Hedis, he decided to take a girl there one night, right? Everything's going good. I think Heather's the bartender. He has a girl there. They end up going home. No, he has to be a gentleman and lets the girl go home, right? Guess the next morning he gets a call from the sister. She got roofied there. Cops wanted to press charges on him. Luckily, he was a gentleman and let her go home and didn't fuck her. Yeah, so
this is Hedis?
This is Hedis, yeah. And so after that, which I don't know, Hedis might have went somewhere else. I'm taking his word for it. Yeah. So yeah, the Madison Park Bowling Alley done. Cozies, that's where it's at, boys. That is where it's at.
I didn't know that little story. So where is the Cozy Lounge in relation to the rink?
It is. It's closer than the Madison Park Bowling Alley.
Okay.
Let me pull up the address real quick.
I'm guessing it's quaint, but judging by the name, Cozy Lounge.
Oh, it's nice little dive bar. It was me, Weaver, Turtle. Whoop showed up late.
Stan the Man.
Oh, Stan the Man.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
later.
and then Ruble, and then 2 other guys, Stan the Man and Weirdo Mike.
What do you think the max capacity is in the establishment?
Like that they'll enforce, or that we can get in there?
That we can safely social distance, all that stuff, responsible. You get 20 guys there?
Oh, easily, yeah, easily. I would say about 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have shuffleboard.
Yeah, it's shuffleboard. They got pool, but you got to bring your own sticks. They're cheap. Yeah. No, but the owner, I've known for a while. He's awesome. He'll hook us up. Yeah. As long as we show up and
so the
local business owner.
Yeah. Well, that Madison Park Bowl, I mean, That was Trent's favorite place. It was a great place. We
loved it.
We had a lot of fun there. But
Liz and Heather.
we were trying to get their, them to sponsor the league for like 8 years. I think they gave us like $1.50 and a pat on the back. So maybe Cozy Lounge, after COVID, and we can fill it up. Maybe we'll.
Cozy's gave us free drinks last night. Yeah,
sounds nice.
Shout out to Alyssa.
Yeah. So let's let's talk about why we're here. So let's go through the game. So game 1 of the night, Seals Americans, 1-0 game. Captain Jack Serta with the goal. I saw the goal. I didn't really see the lead up to it. He kind of just went across he came out in front, went across, got Pangrease to go down, and then stuffed it in 1-0.
Came in hot.
I was working the score clock. I saw Serta score. I didn't see the lead up. Whoop made it a point to tell me, that it was all him. He was dangled in, beat 4 guys and got it to Serta and blah, blah, blah.
I got that in my notes. Whoop told me he had the best dangle in his MNL career. I don't know if he set it up for the goal or not.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the same period as his Pele concussion. I don't know. That was more entertaining than the goal.
It was terrifying.
Find out. You don't know what happened.
It was, one of the, like,
everyone loves a good smackaroo.
The Whoop, the puck was in the air, and then Whoop, an elite athlete went after it with his foot and tried to kick it, and then he went whoop, feet under, and I remember saying,
Charlie Brown.
I'm glad he exactly.
Yeah.
Is it Lucy or Sally that pulls the ball? Lucy pulls the ball and whoop. Goes down, and I remember saying like, "Oh, I'm glad he didn't land on his head," because he did not land directly on his head, but he probably got a little whiplash where, back hit the ice and then the head hit a little, but it could have been bad. But he's, him and Wood are in concussion protocol for the Seals. That's a whole other story.
I talked to him today. He seemed in pretty good in good spirits.
Wood's playing tonight for the KFX. He'll be fine. Wood is out for 3 weeks concussion protocol.
Oh, yeah.
The people's elbow got him. We'll talk about that later. But did any of you actually watch the game, Fister?
I watched the first period and a half. It was interesting. I mean, I was hoping that the Americans would have came out and at least put one in. I know Antioch, and we talked about it in the parking lot, and he was like, "Yeah, it's one of those that you just wish you could get back." He had that one backhander that was just, he had a wide open net. He said he was off balance, and then he wanted to get more onto it, and by the time he had good handle on it, he just sailed it wide.
Yeah, I mean, the Americans had their chances. I know. Edge had multiple chances.
Who played net? Sam?
Goalie Sam for the Seals, and he played well. But the Americans they can't buy a goal right now. And then you start gripping the stick, and it builds on. We'll talk about the Tigers game later, but the Tigers Maroons, it was a similar situation. Like, I thought we were dominating most of the game and had nothing to show for it. And I knew, I'm like, if we can just get one, we being the Tigers, if we can just get one, we'll get 2, and then we'll get 3, and then that's exactly what happened. So back to the Americans, it's like they are just gripping the stick so tight right now. They're just feeling snake bit, and then you try to do a little bit too much, nothing comes natural, and they just cannot fucking score. And it's disheartening because they have talent. I mean,
they got Suits, Antioch, Edge.
Yeah.
Joey Ellis made his first debut.
Yeah, no, Ellis has skated at least one
Joe?
game. Yeah,
I thought that was his first skate.
He's played at least 2 games, maybe 3. But yeah, and Joe's a sniper in his own round. I mean, he scored at least 2, 3, 4 goals in the Stanley Cup final. So it's like,
my bad, Ellis. Thought that was your first.
All
first
that
game.
firepower, they just can't get it going. So, Dylan, you're new to the league. The Americans, not about 2 or 3 seasons ago. I mean, they finished last in the league, missed the playoffs, or maybe everybody made the playoffs that year. That was a bad team.
Yeah.
This Americans team is not a bad team. Like, they have talent, and they just need to figure out a way. What about Dave P? Did you get to watch any? Oh, you weren't even there at all.
Wasn't there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dylan. Did you see any of it in your goal?
I got to take the Americans picture, and then I thought I was gonna execute our picture.
Yep.
Womp womp womp. It took me about 30 minutes to wrap my ankle. Had to have Turtle fucking go and give me a massage on it. Yeah. But that was about all I seen. I heard it from Whoop though. I heard Whoop made some sick dangle, and that's about it.
Yeah. I will say one other notable. I mean, this, and trust me, I've been there. North Stars last year, I think through 4 or 5 games, we were probably 1-3 or 1-4. Could not score. This is before the trade. And it's like trying a new lineup. You're just trying to find something that clicks. And in that regards, it was very interesting. And Wilkie, I don't, Dave P knows Wilkie. I don't know how well you guys know Wilkie.
Not very well.
For the new guys, this whole league kind of started. Most people know the history, but we played in a kind of a never ever beginners league up in the Onyx. This is like 4 or 5 years ago, and on that team were the Otto brothers, Wilkie, Brennan, Peso. Peso was our superstar at the time, but Scotty Wilkie was there, and he's a little teacher. He still does this today. Gets there like an hour before each game, totally dressed, ready to go. But Wilkie's been a defenseman basically back to the Steelers days, and then he started in MNL. Took last year off, and now he's back. But he's always been like 9th, 10th round draft pick, plays defense. But they put Wilkie up at forward last night, and I thought he actually looked pretty good up there.
Yeah.
So didn't put anything in, but that was interesting. So we'll see if Wilkie stays up there. But
now what about Suits? He was there last night. Did he? You guys watched the game more than me. Was it the Seals D or?
He just couldn't break away. It seemed like, honestly, like they had people on him pretty much the entire time. The only ones that I saw that really got good like quality shots off were like Antioch and Edge and stuff like that.
Yeah, Suits is he's gonna go north south. He'll beat you that way. So if you're defensively responsible, it's gonna be kind of tough for him. He's got a shot though.
Oh, he's got a great shot. He is usually good for at least one breakaway a game, whether someone hits him with an outlet or he chips it by the defenseman, and he didn't get that opportunity last night. And then I'm trying to remember.
The Seals D were like that with us, the Whalers, man.
I don't know if he had many even. Sometimes he at least gets a few good hard shots off, and he's been firing them high and wide lately. But he just they have to figure out a way to get him going. Have to get Antioch going, and Edge has been their best scorer.
So Suits on that second line right there, try to take advantage of that bad defense.
That's what I mean. So the one thing the Americans did try to do was they tried to put a star line out there. They played.
Oh, I got some notes on that one.
Yeah, they played Suits, Antioch, and Joe Ellis together, which led kind of Edge on the second line with Gumma and Wilkie, and Edge and Gumma and Wilkie kind of did their part. I mean, when you put that line together, you're just trying.
I got it right here. We had Suits, Antioch, and Wilkie on the first line, then Edge, Gumma, and Joey Ellis on the second.
Yeah, they did
Wells, Manny, and Bull, and Math.
Yeah.
Manny said, change this week was moving Wilkie to forward and me back to defense. Changing lines is starting to hurt and need to get chemistry going to get the biscuit in the basket. All of our games have been competitive, but can't win if you can't score.
Yep. And they did, even within that game, they strayed from that, and they threw Joe Ellis up on the top line to try to...
Which I think is... Joe Ellis can score, man.
I know, but they put those three together, and they couldn't get a goal, and then that weakens their second line, and so... Anyways, the Americans are struggling, and Seals... Seals are quietly putting together a nice campaign. I think that puts them... Are they 3-2 now with 9 points?
I got it right here. They are...
I know they're tied with us, so I think they're 3-2 with 9 points. And
standings... Golden Seals, 3-2. Yep, 9 points, correct.
So, the Seals are going to be a tough team to play every week because they have a lot of skaters. We've talked about this before.
That front line that they put together the other day, Serta, Rattler, and Shawnee.
Exactly.
That's a lot of skill in that
line. Oh, yeah.
The thing with
and Chad on that second line?
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of a broken record with the Seals. I've said it before. It's like they are going to compete every night because they have those skaters. They're high energy. But they don't. None of those guys, as good of skaters as they are and tenacious, and none of them are natural snipers. So they're going to have nights where they struggle. So it's kind of a gift. Usually, if you score one goal in MNL, you're not going to win. So to win a 1-0 game is... You
got to give Sam a pat on the back. Yeah, and then Neville, too. Neville's second game is defense. You throw him back there as a 9th or 10th rounder.
Wu claims that him and Neville haven't given up a goal in 2 games.
Yeah. So, hey, Neville, go you, buddy. Yeah. I loved you last year at center. He'd win 70% of the face-offs out there, man.
So, moving on, then after that on the Olympic sheet, we had the we had the
Tigers, Maroons.
The Tigers and the Maroons, which was 4-0 Tigers victory.
Who called it?
You know,
Who
and
called it?
I guess we'll let Pfister,
Oh,
give us a little recap on your thoughts on the game. Give us a brief little recap, and then kind of your comments on both teams.
So as you mentioned before, it was kind of one of those things where it was just we like both teams played really hard, a lot of chances. We just who's our goalie?
Keelia.
Keelia, yeah, that guy was on his head that whole
He played
first.
good?
Yeah,
He's good against us.
He was everywhere.
He's good.
He was everywhere, and that was like you were saying. Like I was just waiting. I'm like, we got to get that one. If we can get that one, we can get more, and it was great because I would say once we scored that first one, it kind of opened up a little bit, and then we ended up putting some more pressure on, which made their defensemen kind of stand on their heels and make some mistakes. And I know it was it Edge that gave that one right on my stick, and then I gave it to Judge in the front there to put the second one away.
Well, there you guys go. Starting
And-
chemistry there.
Yeah,
I like
and it was I would say, and then after that it was. I mean, it kind of seemed like they pulled back to where they were kind of like, all right, we'll play more defense, which ended up like not letting them get any chances or
With Proctor,
good
yeah.
scoring opportunities.
Proctor sneaking
He had
away.
Proctor had a couple good breakaways where he just snuck in the back and
Camera.
thank goodness for Cam and that goal post.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta love your goalpost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Proctor. I mean, I thought that first of all, it's always fun. I love subbing. It's like I want to win for the North Stars, but when I sub for another team, I just get very excited.
Me too.
I was
love
I
it.
was a Tiger for the whole week. I knew we were on a bye, so I had nothing else to focus on. So I put on my Tiger paint, and Skillman
Your
is
Tiger paint.
Skillman guards that lineup like it's Fort Knox. But I'm like, buddy, I'm on your team. I'm not going to tell anybody the lineup, but I need to visualize. So I had to pry a little.
He's got
lineup
that
out.
downriver mentality. We don't
man.
trust nobody.
Yeah.
We don't trust
So
nobody.
I'm just tell me who my D partner is at least.
Yeah.
And then he told me that the D pairings were me and Gibb on the top line against Proctor. And I was
There we go.
And then Weaver and Pellet.
Oh,
on D.
there we go. I like
And
it.
I was like, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I was like, well, this is a challenge. But but the forwards, the forwards did a great job at back checking, and Proctor's going to get his chances. Well, they actually Andy Fem and Skillman most of the night were matched up against Proctor, and then Pfister.
Fem will use that body.
Yep.
He will use that body perfectly. And Skillman's so underrated,
Yeah.
man.
And so that allowed Pfister and Judge to kind of do their. Pfister and Judge played against their second line.
Yeah,
And no offense to J. Flo and Rutkowski, but Pfister and Judge just dominated them. They were most of the night. And
You should see them on Thursdays.
Yeah.
They just they light it up.
So that accounted for all four of the Tigers' goals. Andy Fem also did a nice job on Proctor, like clogging up that neutral zone to take away the stretch pass that they like to do so much. But to Pfister's points, like Proctor just still gets as good. We did about as good as you can at trying to contain him, but his Proctor's favorite opportunity to score is when the other team's on the power play.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
we had a little power play, and it's like, and I'm always like, "Where's Proctor? Where's Proctor?"
Yeah.
That he wasn't on the ice, and he sneaks on there for a face-off. I didn't know it, and then I'm like, such an idiot, like shoot it into the shin pads. I'm like off for a breakaway. I'm just like, God damn it, you idiot! But yeah, that was one. I think Claus, made a save on
Camera,
that.
shout out to you.
And then I think Pellet got burned by Proctor once, so he did have his chances. But overall, I thought the Tigers did a great job.
Got a quick quote from Cam. He said, "Our D was huge for us. Our forechecking was also getting back and disrupting their breakout, which made it difficult for them to get into our zone." And then
what the hell?
who's that?
I have no idea.
Got some technical difficulties here, boys.
We're hearing Chuck. It's got to be another Twitch thing going.
Yeah, this is what we get for our fucking
How
free.
you flip the internet? This?
Yeah. No.
DP was watching porn before this.
Oh my
Someone
God.
else's Twitch.
Jesus.
There we go. We got that was very interesting. That was weird.
Oh,
We
It's
okay.
not my laptop.
Dave P didn't watch any of the games. He's got one job.
And then
to
porn,
text
and he
my
left
laptop.
Pornhub up. He left Pornhub up.
Any other quotes besides Claus?
Yeah, Skillman says Keelia was outstanding for them. Easily could have been one of those snowmen specialties that Dylan likes to give up. So yeah, that's all the quotes I got from them.
So Pfister, there was one, the fourth goal. I mean, obviously you capped it off with, batting the puck out of midair. But take us through that play. I seem to remember. So I can't remember who it was, but I feel like there's a Tiger that came out of the penalty box, won a puck battle with J-Flo, won another puck battle with Piercy, and then threw it out in front. So I don't know. I can't remember who that was.
You pretty much just did.
Oh no, no, describe it way better. You got it.
So, well, first of all, I would say we had the penalty that Troy took Proctor down in the corner. There was
Fucking goon.
it was a good
Ogie Oglethorpe over there.
It was a good play.
Yeah,
I mean,
Oglethorpe.
definitely a penalty, but like it was a good play. Then he gets out, and just so happens that J-Flo was coming literally right up the boards, and as soon as Troy stepped out, just was like, well, I'm gonna take that, and so he just pushed it along, walked right alongside of Piercy. They kind of were going battling towards the corner, and he just rifled one at the net, hit Kelia, and popped straight up, and I just watched it. And then as soon as it got to the right,
like Joe DiMaggio.
waist level is when I just smacked it.
He did the Babe Ruth. He pointed right there and smacked it home.
And I mean, it's funny when it's your night because you couldn't place that puck. He got like, I don't know, what do you say, like 30% of it, because it was kind of like it fluttered and then it went right over his glove, right inside the corner. I mean, you couldn't place it any better.
Yeah.
So it was the Tigers' night.
And honestly, I would say 9.9 times out of 10, I'm not even gonna connect with that puck at all. I'm swinging and missing.
Too humble. You're like Chad over here. Too humble.
Yeah, he had a similar goal for that on WVW on Friday night, where he just kept whacking and whacking.
WBW got you going.
And it is. I mean, hockey's a momentum game, and it can carry over from game
It's
to
all about
game.
bounces.
Scoring, you start
Yeah, 'cause I
feeling
think that
good.
was-
Look at the Whalers Seals game the other day. We were winning 3-0 the whole time. Chad fucking puts the Energizer Bunny and gets 2 lucky goals. It's 3-2.
Yeah.
Matter of no time.
There you go. Last little comment just before we move on to the next game. The Maroons, it's like,
Oh, I got a bunch of
yeah. We'll go,
Dougie statements
we'll
here.
see I'd like to hear what Dougie had to say. About
Okay,
that.
Dave P, you get to read this since you weren't there. I made this just for you. Dougie Fresh.
Ooh, that's a long one.
What? I know. What is that?
That's a
You gotta read. You're gonna give it to me.
Dylan made a mistake here.
What did I make a mistake
He
about?
assumed that Dave P
Malaise?
could read.
Malaise? What does that even mean?
You assume that Dave P could read.
I think
mean,
it was a bit of
Hooked on
malaise.
phonics.
Here.
You gotta
Enjoy.
sound it out.
Malaise?
I think it was a bit of
they were in
What
a
does that
fog.
mean?
They were kind of in a
malaise
fog.
in general.
Lazy,
Oh, okay.
kinda.
Our lines were Proctor, Sips, Ty. Ty was in for Myers, Rakowski, J-Flo,
Paradise
Jimmy,
and shit.
Ellis, Edge, Piercy, Edge, in for Star, Allen C, and Dougie.
He was like, man, he's like a bit.
You're like the
he's
smartest kid in the retard class trying to read.
he's like, what? They put a bunch of mayonnaise? They had a little mayonnaise out there.
Sounded it out.
Malaysia? I'm like, what? I can never spell that in a million
Right.
fucking years.
It didn't necessarily fall apart. First period was super tight, both teams feeling each other out, but they had the definite edge. Second period, more even. Pfister jumped on a chip with 10 seconds left. I was on the opposite side, read it, made the play, but it hit his foot or something. He said something. He said, and he got it back and scored with seconds left. Then Pfister's sorcery, knocking a 10 to 15 high foot puck out of the air on a backhanded top corner. Judge goal was only the real non-fluke one. Laughed my ass off. I forgot the fourth. Locker room was quiet, largely due to our favorite guy, Paulie, getting banged up by fucking Troy, who was subbing in, gathering intel for this week's big matchup. Rakowski does not have the borderline edge unless you would describe someone like... Okay, we won't read that part. It's the same style, strong fucking player that goes after loose pucks and doesn't wilt in the sun. Vape had it fucking coming. Fuck the North Stars. Rakowski said the other goal was...
Wait, what was that? Was who's?
That was from Dougie. And then Rakowski...
How did Dave sneak
Yeah,
into that?
I don't
I
know.
wasn't even there,
I don't
Dougie.
know.
Fuck you.
I just get the quotes and I read them. That's all. I'm just a reporter here, boys. Rakowski says the other goal was 2
why he
Tigers
wanted to
crashing into Keela
okay.
and one of them sitting in the crease in Keela's way while they kept jamming Keela. I had a great start courtesy of the team in front of me and just getting some beginner's luck for the most part. giving Fisher credit. He had 2 nice goals. One, he made a nice move in front of the net and slipped it 5-hole. 4th goal, he batted out of midair. I got lazy in the 3rd after the 2nd goal. I should have kept it close and given my team more of a spark. Dougie Fresh, he said one more time, here's one more thing. Fuck the North Stars.
Oh, man. I do feel like, I already put this on Slack, but it's like, that was a one time where Ty was basically useless the entire game, but he did make one, outlet pass to Proctor. He split us a little bit. And I just want to be clear, in all seriousness, this was not a situation where like Proctor was like 3 steps by me, and then I reached out from behind and drilled them into the boards. I mean, we were shoulder to shoulder. Yeah. And Proctor, I should know this by now, but I'm assuming Proctor's a left-hand shot.
Yeah, he is.
I came in and I actually got stick on puck. Like the first contact was stick on puck completely clean, but then he was leaning in.
Just kind of like Fisher's move.
Yeah, he's leaning into me, and then I, didn't. I probably should have disengaged, but then I did get a little since I was poke checking, I did get a. I mean, it was a penalty. There's no question it was a penalty.
Yeah, it wasn't an egregious play though.
Exactly. And then, but I'm telling you, then we both. I mean, I went flying into the boards too. Yeah.
But you guys got that auto blood. You guys got that mutant.
You
guys are mutants.
I don't have the injury history of Proctor, so I'm sliding into the boards. As I was sliding into the boards, and I see Proctor sliding into the boards, I'm like, please don't fucking get hurt. Please don't fucking get hurt. So, and I think he's a little sore shoulder.
I think he's gonna go Twin Peaks. They're gonna give him a nice little massage.
Sounds like he's gonna be fine.
Now, was that the same shoulder that he had?
I don't know. But the thing about it is too, it's like it was only a 3. I mean, I say only, but it's a 3-0 game. There was like 7 minutes left in the 3rd period, and it's like. I was like, maybe I just let him go in on a breakaway. If he scores, he scores.
No,
but it's
no.
Then it's 3-1 with 6 minutes left. I mean, anything can happen. But
no,
they did get the power play. But then as that time expired, then we scored the 4th.
I mean, obviously you hope Proctor doesn't get hurt, but you can't let off.
Yeah. I do.
Some penalties are good
to
take.
Trent, hey, fucking Troy's got that mentality. We not picking him to be a sub. We don't like that mentality over there at the Whalers.
Yeah. But the Maroons, like. I put my little thing in the power rankings, the 72 Dolphins. You guys are all too young. Maybe you've read about them in history books, but they were the only undefeated
16-0 team, but they didn't win the Super Bowl.
They did. No, the Dolphins are the only team to go undefeated in the regular season and win. But they only, at that time in the NFL, they only played like 14 games or 13. Okay. So they went undefeated. They won everything.
Okay.
Now
Dan Marino?
Yeah. So the Patriots went 16-0 in the regular season, which is more wins than the Dolphins had. Yeah. But they lost. That's the David Tyree.
Is that Dan Marino?
No, this is before Dan Marino. It's Larry
Dolphins?
Zonka, Don Shula. So every year there's always a running joke that when there's an 8-0 team and then they finally lose, Chris Berman on NFL Primetime, he's like, somewhere the 72 Dolphins pop the champagne.
On TV Land, boys.
Exactly.
You can catch that game on TV Land.
I don't remember. I was
All right,
born in
AMC. You can catch it on AMC.
But in any event, I never thought and not that the Maroons thought this either, but I mean the Maroons had a nice shiny record 4-0, but I never. And I'm going to regret this because we play them next week, but they never, I've been saying it, they don't strike me as like a super team that's just been fucking killing people and dominating play.
No, they play.
Proctor just finds a way to win more often.
I wouldn't even put it on Proctor against us. They play just an even game defensively and offensively. Their second line is good enough to, not even good enough. I would say they're equal. You know what I mean? You got Proctor that would get out, sneak out, get goals, but then you got Rakowski, who's a filthy animal out there, which I would love on my team. And with J-Flow that can make plays. Yeah. And then you got Proctor on the first line. It's like, and then their defense ain't bad. Keela. Yeah, I mean, I seen him in the evaluation skates. I wasn't that impressed, but man, the dude makes saves.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, they're going to be a team. They're definitely contenders. But I never thought that they were going to run away and hide. And
I thought they
threaten the record for the best.
In the draft, I thought they were fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see them to be that good.
Team was fucked in the draft.
Yeah. Besides us.
But
not
in a way, it's kind of nice. Of course, you never want to lose, but now that's done.
It's a good thing to lose, though. You know what I mean?
They're going to come out
lose early.
That was the first time I seen J-Flow play out too.
Yeah.
And
he's good.
He's good.
Yeah,
he's got
very
some
good.
hands and he's got some speed and he knows how to protect the
vision. Yeah.
Yep. So the Maroons, they're going to be motivated. It's hard. No matter how much. It's human nature. They're 4-0. They're playing the 0-4 Tigers. The Tigers are going to be desperate, but it's hard to met. The Tigers were winning all the battles for loose pucks. They just wanted. They were the more desperate team. So
Who wanted it more?
We were
Yeah,
backed in a
who wanted
corner.
it more?
yeah,
You're backed in a corner.
exactly. They had to.
Yeah,
claw their
Skillman
way
came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I expect the Maroons, to bounce back next week and
They'll play. Yeah.
play with better energy.
But then also got the AARP team.
Yes, well, we'll talk about that. But I just mean their intensity level will go up a notch next week. Partly because it's the North Stars and Proctor's going to be out for rebound.
Well, you lose, and then
As long
after
as Pfister plays on Friday for WBW, keep that momentum going.
as long as when you lose, man, there's nothing worse than losing on fucking Mondays.
Yeah.
Nothing worse.
Yeah, it's a long week. It's a long
It's the
week going
worst.
into that Monday.
It's the worst.
So, all right, and then the game of the week, I guess.
Game of the week?
I think
Oh.
this was the game of the week coming in. For
Okay.
as far as records. The Tigers Maroons was the most interesting.
To me,
because-
that was the game of the week.
because of the 4-0, 0-4. But as far as top teams, I mean, the Whalers Nordiques was the matchup, and it turned out to be not much of a matchup. The Whalers just.
I think it was
on
a
the
lot
final
closer.
on the
Yeah.
final score. So
Correct.
I did not see any of this game. So
I played it.
Dylan,
Hey, DP, you want to talk about it? No, you weren't there,
Oh, yeah.
cocksucker.
My wife had to work, all right? It's not like I was out drinking or something.
let's talk about
DP got his one sexy time a month. That's what happened. He got his one hand job a month.
She's in the mood. She's in the mood.
All right, so
Let's take us through the game.
Take us through the game
Obviously,
first.
there's a little bit more. Do we,
all right, obviously it's gonna be a little bit biased,
Yeah.
coming from me.
Yeah.
All right, so put it right in front of me. So my ankle's a little messed up beforehand, so I take about 30 minutes, wrap it up. I mean, I got this thing wrapped like a Christmas present. We go out there, take a couple shots and warm-ups. I'm thinking I'm fucked. Just totally fucked. First period starts. We play good, back, forth. Sugar and let me bring up. Yeah, but let me bring up the lineup so I can get
Sugar,
everybody's
Drake,
name.
Cone.
Sorry,
Sugar,
boys.
Drake, Cone.
Yep, Sugar, Drake, and Cone come out right away. Bingo, bango. I think I stopped one from the side. It goes around the net. Cone has a wide open. Drake comes around. Cone's wide open in front. I can't do the butterfly, so here comes Dominic Hasek out in me. I just sprawl and just dive all over the place. Luckily, I got it. Come back downs, back, forth. The Drake gets it, does his patented move, which I told my defense 1,000 times what he's going to do. He's going to come down. He's going to come top of the circle. He's going to cut this way, act like he's going to beat you this way. And he's going to shoot it back.
Now they know we know.
Backside. Try to get me, moving that way or whatever, right to left. And then hits the post and goes in. Perfect fucking shot. I'm thinking we're fucked.
Yeah. So the Deeks were up 1-0.
1-0. 1-0. They were kind of not dominating, I would say.
How soon into the game was that goal? First? Or?
Maybe 7-minute mark.
Yeah.
5-minute mark. So I'm thinking we're fucked because we weren't carrying the play really well. It was back and forth. It was really the Sugar, Cone, and Drake just running it. Second period happens, and I think it was Turtle Tim. Turtle Tim comes down out of nowhere, just shoots it short side, bingo, bango. We're all tied up.
He always finds a way
Oh,
to
and
get
I'm
done.
jumping
I
up and
fucking love him.
fuck yeah, he's coming in slow as hell.
Yeah.
He thinks he's shooting this way, somehow shoots that way and goes in.
That's the Turtle.
I'm
I
jumping.
feel like I'm watching the game.
Didn't we
Wordsmith
talk about that
over
last
here.
week? How Turtle's got no power on that shot, but just well placed and figures
Yeah.
out.
I would say he's got power, a decent amount of power, but it's like he doesn't know what he's doing. It looks like he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Oh, he knows.
But-
Oh, I was gonna say definitely.
No, I know but like it looks just like he's just unorthodox. He's just gonna throw it at the net and then pink
Yeah.
in the net. So it's 1-1, and then we end up scoring. Who got our second goal?
Probably Taylor's a good guess.
Right.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I might have been wrong. I think Taylor got our first goal on a breakaway, and then Turtle got that second goal, which totally broke their back. Second period happens, right? Their first liner's buzzing. They're just fucking buzzing all around me. And Cone, big rig, he's using his size to his advantage. He's in my crease, blah, 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 pushing, shoving, this and that. Sugar gets right in the crease as well. I guess I didn't know at the time. Brawny pushes him into me. I fly over, knock the net off. Then Sugar thought I was flopping or whatever. So me and Sugar go at it big time. I mean, we were. I didn't hear what he was saying. I'm sure he had some really good chirps, but I had some really good chirps too. And now wait, I gotta go to the quotes here because Panny
Wrote
said.
them all down.
Oh, I did. Let's say the whole thing. It was obvious your ankle was a little injured, but only if you knew it. Our goal was to force you side to side, but you made some good desperation saves to get it when you guys switched up the line. No, that's not where it's at. Sorry, boys. That skirmish in the second didn't do shit. Your guys knocked our guy, and you guys got upset. We took that as you're feeling the pressure a bit. For the scrum at the end, well, we'll leave that for later. So basically, he thought that fucking we were getting rattled, X, Y, and Z. Not at all. Don't talk about. Oh no, we're not. Hey, shh. It says don't. It says don't.
Oh my
it just says don't. I know. Quit. Come on. Let me focus, guys. I got ADD. Come on, motherfuckers. Let me focus. So, anyways, me and Sugar are going back and forth.
Spell check everything ahead of time, and I'm gonna have to go over pronunciations with Dave.
This is hooked on phonics right here.
I mean, assuming these guys can read and spell and write.
Hey, I got a 34 in my ACT, not a big deal. So back to the story. So me and Sugar started jaw jabbing at each other, which stayed on the ice, but we had some good chirps back and forth. Am I allowed to say it on the air?
Why not?
I didn't hear what he said. I was like, hey, Sugar, you sure do got a pretty mouth. I'd be ashamed if somebody fucked it. We're just going, and he said something like, you're only good at goalie at MNL, blah, 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 blah. And I got zero fucks given. I'm ready to talk shit, Sugar, I love it. I love the back and forth shit talking completely. It doesn't get underneath my skin at all. I think we got underneath his skin, and I'm sorry for the way it went, but whatever. So that's when Matt Taylor just goes on a roll. Yeah. He just gets the puck, does his thing, bingo, bango, game over, basically. They didn't have a chance from there on out.
So what was the score?
Who scored the rest of the goals?
Well, I think Matt
Taylor got 4, Turtle got 1, and
Chad didn't score anything.
No.
Fucking God, I'm not getting traded.
Oh, we're already talking about it. We're already talking about it.
They really missed you, Dave P. They really missed you.
And Peso got a goal with 11 seconds left. Gotta give it to Peso.
So he's happy.
Gotta give it to Peso.
He slept good.
He slept good with that 3. With that 3. Sorry, Peso. Everybody rips on me for 6s. That was a 3. That was a 2.5.
So obviously 6-2 final. When did the little
the skirmish? Okay, we'll get to the skirmish.
What happened? What was the time of the game?
So at the end of the second, Turtle and Sugar are going back and forth. And Turtle's just like, dude, he's got a bad ankle, man. He didn't flop at all. And Sugar's just going, which I love. But he was running his jaws. And Turtle was being, I think, being nice about it at the same time, fucking being a troll.
Yeah, he's always got underlying
He does it with a smile.
I love it. I love Turtle. I love you, buddy, if you're watching. So, and then the third period, Sugar just gets more and more and more frustrated. So he starts taking his slashes at he gets a puck, goes around everybody except one, and then misses and slash. Then I think Trent was on a breakaway. This is what I heard secondhand. Trent was on a breakaway, and he got slashed by Sugar. Comes back the other way, and I cover the puck, but right as I'm doing that, he's slashing another guy. Trent comes up like a bullet, like the kid who got left back from 6th grade, and they're on the playground. And Sugar's not even ready for it, and just squad-douche. Just totally pummeled him, Sugar. I'm not talking shit. I love you, buddy. We talked about this, but that's what happened. Well, kudos to Drake. Drake gets in like, fuck this shit, dude. It's going down. This is my goon. Oh yeah, this is my goomba right here. So I'm about to jump in, and I'm looking at Sukas like, bro, you gonna do something right now, or just fucking goalie with the hurt legs gotta come at it, And I'm looking at Sam like, it's going down. It's going down. Then I see Big Rig come out of the penalty box, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, Sukas, you ain't taking him. I love you, Sukas. Like, you ain't taking Big Rig. And then everything kind of got,
pushing, shoving,
it was 2 against 1 for a minute, and then. Yeah. Who jumped in for Seminelli came in and jumped in, just pushing and shoving. They both get kicked out. I think Koner got another only 2-minute penalty. Yeah. But prior to this, how it all started was he kept slashing, and the penalty was called, and then they started yelling at the ref, and the ref was scared as fuck of Cone and Sugar.
Who were the refs?
I don't know.
Who let the game get out of control?
It was Crunk was one.
Yeah, Crunk was the
and then it was
linesman.
Then it was the young guy, Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin Ortball's great name.
Well, Kevin
from Friday.
Yeah, he's a good ref.
Kevin gave them the opportunity to pick who got the penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care who takes a penalty, 70 or 42. It's like, no, 42 is chopping wood. You know, I love you, Sugar, but you got mad and angry, and you were chopping wood there.
Yeah.
And it did get chippy. You know, it was a hard fought game, back and forth. They were getting opportunities, chances. I was pushing them out of the way.
Yeah.
It was a barn burner. But then Matt Taylor just turned it to 11.
Yeah.
Especially when whatever the fuck his name is, the referee. Whenever he took like 4 or 5 minutes to fucking make a call, and Matt Taylor's just like, "Will you drop the fucking puck already? We want to play hockey, not fucking serious." I'm like, "Calm down, dude. You don't want to teed up." No. We're getting him pissed off every fucking time. Because after that, he just went off,
What
man.
was the score when that when that went down?
Either
Was it-
5-2 or 4-2.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
No,
it was
5-1. If Peso scored with 11
Yeah,
seconds
you're
left-
right.
Yeah.
So
I
it
think it
was
was 5-1. 'cause
4-1. I think it was
reading-
4-1. 'cause I
Reading
think,
the press clippings after the game, I think part of it was,
okay, you're
part
probably
of
right.
it was that it was in a 5-1 game and blah,
You're
blah,
probably,
blah.
yeah, you're right. But Taylor, man,
Well,
you should see him turn on the Jets after that. I'm gonna shit talk him every time
he
he comes
gets
near my
fucking
net.
pissed. He
Your wife's a
blames
dyke.
Indeed.
Your wife's a dyke.
So, anyways, takeaways from the game. Not brawl related. Whalers. It's just. I mean, obviously the Whalers are.
The best.
On a hurt ankle.
They're-
On a hurt ankle.
It's not about you.
Oh, I need a purple star. I need a purple star.
6-2, and Dylan wants to make it about him.
I do. I want a purple star
Um,
for that one.
But obviously when the Maroons, good team, they have Proctor, they are going to be a force. Just because they have Proctor, they're going to be gritty. But if there's going to be one team that is going to run away with things, it probably is the Whalers and behind because of Matt Taylor.
No,
and-
because of our locker room.
Yeah,
That's
and then they're
why.
deep. So-
That's why.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the Nordiques? Because I mean, to me, you look at that team on paper. Said it before. I mean, they can roll out a top line of
Oh, yeah.
Sugar, Drake, and Cone, and then the second line they still have Taylor and Peso, Chris Taylor and Peso.
Respectable
So
second line. Too.
yeah, so I mean,
I thought they were very good.
yeah,
I thought they were.
but
they were super good.
They're they've played.
They're 2-3, I believe.
They've already played their 6 games on the bye. I think they're 2-4.
So let me open up. Yeah, I mean,
I think they're 2-4.
the Drake and Sugar and Cone,
Yeah.
they were
They're
knocking all
they're
night.
too good to be 2-4.
Yeah.
I will say that Charles Mackey, that was hilarious with his little nothing like poking a little fun at yourself, but he did that little meme with the Deeks like we suck again. After a 2-1 start, you're 2-4 or 2-4 heading into the bye. It's like, oh no, we suck again.
I gotta say what though, Peso, keep your head up for Maki back door. There was a couple of them where Maki was just camping out back door. I know Peso's gonna
Peso
shoot
don't
it.
pass to anybody.
Oh, I know he's gonna
Maki.
shoot it. I could have kissed him how far out I was on Peso, and Maki's wide open. He's like, nah, I'm going glove side. So what are the Nordiques? Nordiques are 2-4. You are correct.
Big old schwang on it from Valbal, whoever that is.
No, but
Valbo.
Sugar turned it up too, though.
Yeah.
Sugar turned it up. He had a couple of great opportunities. Him and Drake played great together, and then you got Big Rig in there.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I look at that team and
I gotta give credit to my D.
2-4 is this isn't about you. We're talking about the Nordiques here.
No, I know.
and not just last night. I mean, they're 2-4 with that much talent, and it's
It's
surprising.
always about me.
And I know. So it's yeah.
What do you think they need to do, or what do
I
you think
don't-
needs to happen?
The Nordiques do not like my advice.
Well, that's why
Nobody
we're
knows, Troy.
hey.
yeah. But
We're on the
but what would
Let's
I?
say-
I mean, I feel like
This is the
They
podcast.
I think they probably need to put Chris Taylor back on defense because they obviously they want to play that star line, which is great. Peso and Taylor is great talent, but if they're not scoring, I'm just only guessing that it's because they're getting caught in their own end too much and are playing too much defense, and their defense can't get the puck to their forwards. And you're giving up. Look at their goals against. I mean, they're giving up a shit ton of goals every night.
Yeah.
Sam's got the worst goals. Sam gets a shutout for the Seals, and then with the Nordiques, he's got the worst goals against average in the league. So is
I
it all
think it's-
Sam or is it
The difference in shots,
Yeah.
I would say, because when the Deeks do
But-
collapse,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a difficult fucking shot.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
my point is, I mean,
They need to play a system.
You look at their D.
Yeah.
They got Panny, Hawk.
I got them right here if you want.
It's Panny, Hawk,
Shepard,
Shepard,
and McShannock.
which on paper isn't too bad.
It's very good.
But maybe I don't know. They got to do. Or maybe you just roll with it, and
I think
and
you
maybe
roll with
over
it.
time
Maybe
they get
go
better.
to the strip club, get some team morale going after that little skirmish. Roll off it.
Hey, little Donnybrook can sometimes be good for the locker room,
For
Brings
sure.
the guys going, brings the team together.
It does.
I will say that it absolutely stinks when for the Nordiques. You just get, let's just say, embarrassed out there, and then you have to sit around and a bye week. It's like sometimes bye weeks are good.
Oh,
I mean, they're never good. They're always
off a
hard.
loss. It's
Simmering.
Yeah, you just gotta sit there for
Simmering.
2 weeks before you get another crack at
We're
it.
gonna have Columbine coming back with them guys.
Yeah. So in any event, then obviously it spilled into the the parking lot after. It was an ugly scene. Don't want to go through everything. I know
I wasn't there. Let's
I
hear
wasn't
it.
there. No.
it's not.
I wasn't there either.
It's not.
Let's just keep it on the ice, boys.
Yeah, and that's the learning lesson from all of this is that no matter what happens,
If you guys drop the gloves on the ice, that's
Well,
one thing. And I'm just saying, if it happens,
we don't want that either.
no, we don't want it. But if it does happen, everything stays on the ice,
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah, they can't. And the one thing from Ivory Tower perspective, just to make clear for everybody, the Labatt Blue
Learn how to
party
talk,
hat.
bud.
I know. I've been sitting next to Dave. It's rubbing off.
I know, me too.
That
me
is
too.
I just want to make this very clear. That is an extension of the league. So, and it's just no different than if you're at Troy Sports Center, you get ejected from the game, and then you go out in the parking lot and then get something going on.
Yeah.
You're going to get suspended. And it's the same thing from MNL. If you go out to a bar on a Tuesday night and get in trouble, it's like that's outside of our jurisdiction. We're not going to do anything. But
Yeah.
if anything continues out in the parking lot, that's a problem.
And because of what happened on the ice
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Exactly, but that's still anything that happens on Monday night in the rink, off the rink, in the parking lot. That's going to be addressed, and we're in the process of going through that. Nobody wants to, no one wants anyone to miss any games or get suspended or do it. That no one wants to do that. But at the same token, what we're kind of going through right now is that if we allow something like that to happen without a consequence, not to be like a parent.
Yeah,
No, but you're right.
It's like,
You're right.
Then
Yeah.
what message are we?
1,000%.
What message are we sending to everybody
Yeah.
that we condone it? So that's kind of what is going on there. And I know the other thing about it is like we're all friends. Trent and Sugar have been friends for 5 years, and it's like
Friends fight.
Yeah, exactly. And none of this is too big. It'll be fine. And we like all these guys.
On a positive note, it's good to see the passion kind of boiling over.
It
You know,
does.
Everybody wants to win.
Yeah.
90% of
It's a
MNL
good passion,
really
just
cares about winning.
The wrong outlet.
Yeah.
The wrong
10% of
outlet.
us think we're
Yep.
actually in the NHL. So
Oh, I
It's all
do.
about
I
the
definitely. This is better than NHL for
strippers
me.
and cocaine after.
Yeah, strippers and cocaine after.
Yeah, but in any event, so on with that. Any quotes from that game besides Panty? You want me to read the quotes? There's like.
I think I'm a pretty good reader. I was the best reader in 5th grade.
Oh. Wait, any other?
No,
comments?
actually, you know what? No, there was not a single other person who would respond to me. I've had Drake in there. I had Cone in there. I had Sugar. But me and Sugar texted. Who else did I have? I had probably like 7 of them on there. And fucking Panty's response was, Jesus Christ, Dylan, let me just try and summer up your fucking novel. Like, sorry, boys, just trying to not be biased here. I could have shit on you guys the whole time, but I'm
One thing, and without going into details, but it's like, Math was drafted by the Whalers season 1, season 2, and that was surprising that Math is clearly still bleeds Whaler green, and we'll just leave it at that. But anyways, it is what it is. We'll get better. We've all made mistakes, and whatever comes of it, we'll move on and be better for it. So, moving on to next week, we've got a little schoolgirl over here passing the phone.
No, we're just seeing if everybody
Well,
can see us.
Little preview of next week.
yeah, everybody can see.
Everybody can see us? Just Turtle? Okay.
So moving on to next week, we have the Nordiques on a bye, and we have the Maroons and the North Stars
9 p.m.
9
maybe.
o'clock on the Olympic sheet. So what do you boys think about that matchup?
Who wants to go first?
North Stars 3-2, Maroons
DP,
4-1.
DP, you go first since you didn't see shit last week.
Boy, I mean, Maroons are probably gonna own you.
By the
guys.
way, big Ben tested. So North Stars had a bye this week. Just so that everyone feels safe about this. Ben the last Monday that we played was October 12th. On October 19th, so 7 days later, I think it was actually Monday. Ben tested positive for COVID, so he's in.
Feel better, buddy.
Yep, he's doing fine. He said
Yeah.
he does have some symptoms, but he's doing fine. But because of that, he's going to be in quarantine for 10 days, so he will
Good.
not be playing.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you, buddy.
Which is a bummer.
I'm gonna miss that sexy
But at
motherfucker
the
out
same
there on the
token,
ice.
CDC guidelines, like he didn't have any symptoms until Sunday. So, anyone who was in contact with Ben on the Monday, should not be concerned. I mean, because he was symptom free for at least 6 days after Monday.
Well, let alone he's in the medical field
Yes.
anyways. I mean, he's
Yes.
exposed
And
to
he-
that shit
yes.
all the time.
Yes, and he won't be, he's done a 10-day quarantine, but so he won't. I just wanted you guys to know that he'll be out. I assume Star will be out for the Maroons. I assume they'll get Judge or Edge or somebody.
Who you guys
fill in
getting?
it. That's So we went to the. We probably on paper we probably should have taken Judge. Because he's been hot as a firecracker, and but we have a lot of history with Turtle, similar to the Whalers and why they drafted Turtle,
Ooh.
and then Turtle and Kimmel have had a bromance for years. So Ty wanted to play with Turtle and Kimmel, so we're gonna have Turtle. So that line 2 will be Turtle, Kimmel, and Ty. So that's that.
Can't go wrong with Turtle.
Yeah.
Wait, what time's your guys' game? 9?
I think we're the 9 o'clock prime time.
No, Turtle can't play. He's playing at 10. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
He's
Hey,
already committed.
Turtle. Nope. We're having a heart to heart,
Turtle.
bud. Whalers come first. Whalers
In
come
any
first.
event, thoughts on that matchup?
DP, you start off, buddy.
I'm definitely gonna take Maroons in the pick'ems. It's gonna be a battle. I know it's circled on the calendar for you guys. You've been talking about it for about 4 weeks. So
Oh, if I had not subbed for the Tigers, I wanted the Maroons to win. So
It was on the podcast.
you
We know. It was
yeah,
on the podcast.
I definitely wanted the Maroons to win so we could knock them
I
out. but
I was the only
that's
one.
okay.
I was the only one who had your back. So
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean,
Call me
coming off a
Nostradamus.
loss, they're gonna be hungry. So
Yeah, Proctor's gonna be super motivated, no doubt
yeah,
about
he's
that.
gonna want.
oh, for sure, he's gonna have his Twin Peaks girls talking him up.
You guys are off a bye week, so that means Ty hasn't gotten any physical activity in.
Ty played last night.
And he refed all weekend last weekend.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Then that's a little.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Ty, skates like 8 days a week. I don't know how he's as big as he is, but
I don't know either.
is what it is. But Pfister, Dylan, thoughts?
You wanna go fishing?
I'm gonna probably end up, at least for the pick'ems, I'll probably end up taking the North Stars. I think you guys are gonna come out, and I want to say because Riley's been phenomenal, even from last season
He
to
has
this
been
season.
good.
He's been great, and I think it's all gonna really come down to who. I think it's gonna be to who scores first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the biggest thing. But I like I said, I think the North Stars are gonna come out.
It's gonna be a tough one. So you're gonna have Turtle with Pete, and then you got Lapudre, Kimmel. So I figure you're gonna put Kimmel and Turtle together.
Recipe's not changing for the North Stars.
So what's your line?
We have Pete and Old Man Ite on the top line.
With?
Where they play with Venandi. And then Matt Lapudre and Sikorsky on D. Presumably,
Shout out Sikorsky, love you, buddy.
Presumably against Proctor. Now, I don't know if they'll try to do, I don't know if they'll try to, get Proctor away from Pete. Teams have done that before. But
I think that's what you need to do.
that won't change our strategy.
No.
And then our second line is Turtle, Kimmel, and Ty, with me and Bauer, on D. So we are an unimpressive team on paper. People
No.
give us a bunch of credit, but we'll be ready to go.
Oh, I definitely give you guys credit.
I would say you guys have a lot of.
Yeah.
If you started winning, you earned my credit.
So,
For sure.
so I think. Now, do you guys know who's out for the Maroons?
I mean, it's early, so Star has not.
Yeah, where's Starbend?
Star has.
Baby? Or
He
pregnant?
has a pregnant
Amber
wife.
Alert. We need to set an Amber Alert
No,
for
he
him.
has a pregnant. he has a pregnant wife, and there's.
Well, congratulations, Star.
And he's concerned, or she's concerned.
Yeah.
About exposure.
Totally
So,
understand. Congratulations.
I don't know
Star.
when the due date is, and I don't know. Maybe
Pop that baby out.
Maybe he'll
Pop
be-
it out.
Maybe he'll be around the second half of the season, but it hasn't hurt him. I mean, they drafted him at the end of the second round, so and Star's a pure defenseman. He's not someone that you play up at forward. So
Yeah.
they have their choice. They've had their choice every week of Matt Lapudre, Edge, Judge. So it hasn't really hurt him.
Yeah.
Other than
Yeah.
Still good
the
picks out there.
continuity factor, because you got a different guy every week. But
Yeah.
but they're always getting a good, solid player. It hasn't hurt them.
Yeah, it's kind of like us and McCracken last year.
Yeah.
Or the general.
Exactly.
This is a fucking toughie. Because the Maroons got Keela, who's been playing tremendous. But I like the way your guys' offense is gonna be. And I like the way you're gonna get motivated everybody. But then also Proctor, he's gonna be sneaky.
Yeah.
Gamer.
I don't. In my opinion, from watching a lot of Maroons hockey, like I expect us to carry the play, like but it's it's typical Proctor teams. Like you get 3 chances and you don't score, and he gets 1 and he scores.
Well,
So,
their second line carries the play.
yeah.
Their second line.
Yeah.
What it depends on is how fired up you get the troops.
Yeah.
If you can rally the troops up,
Yeah.
then it's a North Stars win.
Little Viagra in the coffee, whatever. It
Not a
takes,
big
but-
deal.
but,
Not
I
a
mean, it's
big deal.
Team,
So who am I think is gonna win? I think it's gonna be North Stars. I think it's gonna be back-to-back loses for the Maroons. I think Dougie and Piercy got a little too high up on their high horse.
Yeah.
They even knocked down a couple pegs,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll have the Proctor rules in effect. I've
think we're
never
gonna-
done before. I actually sent Proctor a little scouting video of something that I noticed, so I gave him a little pre-information, and he appreciated that.
yeah, but whoever's got the Maroons after that's fucked.
Yeah.
They're gonna come out and just destroy from there on.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
It almost would be a good thing if they lose.
Yeah. Then the other games, we have Whalers Americans, which, big mismatch
Easy
on
money.
big mismatch on paper. But as the Tigers proved on last Monday, anything can happen on MNL, and so the Americans are motivated. Manny says they're chomping at the bit, so we'll see if they can give the Whalers a game.
I think so. I think it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Americans can neutralize, it's easier said than done, but if the Americans can figure out a way to limit Matt Taylor, and make someone else, beat you, that's the recipe. Easier, like I said, easier said than done.
Everybody says that though, but Matt Taylor dishes the puck almost too much.
I get it, but if you go through the goal, he probably has to have at least 70% of the Whalers' goals on the season. So
Yeah.
After the 4-goal bomb.
Yeah, after the 4-goal bomb.
Not before.
Yeah,
Trent's got a lot.
it's the same thing too. As for the Maroons, you feel like a jerk because all you do is talk about Proctor, and you're kind of minimizing everyone else on the team because it's a total team effort. So I don't want to take away from the other players.
How about this? I got
there's
hot
guys
take.
There's guys that put the puck in the net.
Bus is gonna have 2 next week. Hot take.
Yeah,
Hot take right there.
we'll see.
Bus has been getting his stick on the puck more. He's been getting there. Taylor's been feeding him way too many times. Just joking, Busta. But yeah, I think Bus is gonna have a game. Turtle will have a game, and then
to your point, just scrolling up the stat sheets, we have
Nah, no big deal.
Matt Taylor with 12 goals. Next guy all the way down with Turtle with 3, and then Busto with 1. So to try to say that it's
How many does Trent have? 2?
Trent's not on. Oh, Trent has 3 as well. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
Yeah,
in
but-
any event,
My only couple
yeah,
points are
our
from
second
Dickey
line,
and Trent,
line's been it's been slow rolling, but we're getting there.
yeah,
We're getting there.
I'd love to see the Americans. At least be in the third period, be in the tie game, have a shot.
It's possible.
Pangreasy's.
It's
can-
1,000%
can keep 'em
possible.
in it, and then
My ankle's not the greatest right now.
yeah, if I'm the Americans, just dump the puck in the corner, make those Whalers D-men retrieve it, and then hopefully you can coax Dylan into a turnover or 2.
I'm
That's-
doing better.
That's what it's going to take for the Americans. They need some fucking nasty. It's like get in the corner, throw the fucking puck at the net, get a bounce, go off somebody's ass, just get a fucking goal.
That's how the Maroons won.
Just
Yeah.
get a fucking goal, and then hopefully when
It's
you
tough
get that
though.
first one,
It's
it'll
tough
go.
when,
And then
tough
hopefully
when you're
we don't
facing a
get
brick
five.
wall like this.
Yeah.
This guy.
Dylan can be rattled. You get 1, you get 2.
No.
You get 1, you get 3.
No.
I mean, we've seen it. I
No.
rewatched the
No.
Stanley Keg.
I know.
Probably 4 times a week, and you can just see once you get 1 on Dylan, then he starts panicking. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, I don't want to go over my personal record against Dylan, but let's just say I've won a few more than we've lost.
No, I don't think
You
so.
know,
Not
you know.
overall.
We can go through it.
We
but
we won all 3.
we don't want to bring. We don't.
We can bring it up.
We'll save that for another day. But then the final. We got the
I
Deeks and the
fucking
bye,
hate
so
you.
that
I fucking hate you.
it's like what? I can't hear the kegs in the air.
I know. I
That-
got no comeback.
I know.
Just like the Sixers. I got no comeback. You got a wife.
You gotta choose your battles. You gotta
I
choose
know
your
comeback.
battles.
Wait till you start slipping. Wait till you start slipping.
And so the other game we have going, we
sucker.
have the Seals and the Tigers. So
Ooh.
the suddenly hot Tigers,
Oh,
So
boy.
That I see a lot of. I see that one being a high-scoring affair. You know, even though the Tigers are coming off of a shutout, if I'm assuming they're going to roll this kind of the same lines, and that we held up on the defense, but I feel like the Seals. We've talked about this before. They just have so many weapons and they forecheck like a motherfucker. I will say one thing that
So
the Maroons did not do against the Tigers is forecheck.
Well, that's what I was saying.
We had, like, me and Gib would retrieve the puck from behind the net, and I was like, Gib, you got time, and we always had time. So Gib could just gather himself, take his time,
play
make
the trap,
play.
basically play the trap.
And
Gibbs, you gotta attack. As soon as he's got the puck, you gotta force him to make a mistake.
Gib played a great game, and we communicated well. And he had one time he threw it up the middle, and Proctor picked it off, but it didn't result in much.
He scored on WVW.
Yeah,
he's playing
but
good.
but the Seals with Shawnee, Serta, Rattler,
Oh, it's unreal, that
they're gonna
matchup.
fucking forecheck like crazy. So this is gonna be a big test for the Tigers' defense, in my opinion. And then, but the Tigers with these new lines, you got Fem and Skillman, Pfister and Judge. I mean, that's firepower. And Ryan Z hasn't been playing a lot, and he's given up some goals when he has played. So I'm kind of expecting this one to be a shootout. That's just me.
I'm looking forward to watching that one. It's gonna be.
Yeah. Pfister, any thoughts?
Oh, Tigers are gonna come back. We're gonna definitely make another statement. We have to. I mean,
dominating statement.
At this point, we have to continue to keep that
momentum.
and the it felt great to win. It felt great to win.
Yeah.
The beer even tasted better.
Oh yeah, every
Well,
time.
the saving grace all along for the Tigers was that as bad as things were going, the Americans were not running away from you. So it's like you win one game and you're already like not in last place. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's comforting. I know like
the Ducks
last year.
didn't have that luxury,
Yeah.
right?
They were just
bottom feeders from the
Yes,
get.
and then you're just always playing catch up, and then you got to win. And then you start to you're like, fuck, we gotta make up 2 games, 3 games, and then you put this pressure on yourself, and it's and now that's where the Americans are at. Now they're in the basement, and if the Tigers, if the seeds hold, and the Americans lose to the Whalers, and then the Tigers can keep that streak going. Now the Americans are behind 4 points, and that's a big deal because that's not something you're more than a week out. That takes 2 weeks to gain that spot. So, I think the Tigers need to validate, show that wasn't a fluke and that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I think the big part of that is just having everybody show up.
Oh, definitely.
And I think obviously Skillman, that was a fluke thing, so he'll be around, so I do think I don't think they're going to be a team, the Tigers, that struggle with attendance the whole year. It's just kind of a rocky start.
Right.
So hopefully that shows up.
Yeah, the first couple games we had like four people missing.
Yep. Where did Goosey go? The
Bathroom?
I assumed to the bathroom.
or a drink. So that's all we got on the hockey side of things. Anyone have any comments on games next week or anything like that you want to add?
Can't wait to play. That's
Yeah.
about it.
So what was the story last night?
Ape had worked, so I had to watch the kids.
Okay.
Same reason I was
And you
late
didn't know
today.
about that until 8. You didn't know about that
Until
until 8
about
o'clock.
like 4 hours prior.
Okay.
Something, whenever.
I actually got Trent called me, and he's like, "Vape can't play. Do you want to play?" And I was
Yeah, we were gonna
so
get you first.
excited because mentally I knew I was playing for the Tigers, but in my mind I was like, if Trent's asking me, that means that he must be playing at 9 o'clock. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get to play twice. And then I was like, oh shit, they don't play till 10. So it was a big bummer. But sounds like Chad feeling great. The one kind of non-MNL topic that we wanted to touch on a little bit tonight, we're gonna try to do kind of a non-MNL topic every week. So we got a little mixed reviews on Dylan's adventures in sexcapades, so we're gonna not do that topic this week.
We're gonna bury that one along with the fucking picture he sent.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully that
I'll bring the shovel.
we'll burn that section of the tape. But we're gonna talk about a little Red Wings off season. I'm gonna go through kind of the moves that they've made, and then anything that if you want to comment on a specific move, a specific player, or just kind of thoughts in general. But just to recap, and I'm sure I might have missed one, but so as far as re-signings, they re-signed Hiroshi, who I like.
Like it, yeah,
He's
love
a
it.
he's a
good player.
Spartan, smart player. And then they re-signed Ernie, who's kind of a I don't know if it's Adam Ernie. He's like an
whatever.
he's
you
like
know.
an abdicator.
Yeah, that's a good way to
at
describe him.
1/10 of the price. You
Yeah.
know, so they re-signed Hiroshi and Ern, guys that they waived, retired, and didn't sign are Abdicator,
Yeah.
Jimmy Howard, Erickson, Trevor Daly, Madison Bowie, and Perlini. So I just think symbolically, just to get those guys out of there,
Get out of there.
is just great.
Thank you for your service. Love the guys
Yeah.
to death. You know, no
Yeah.
hatred towards them or anything, but they're just.
Yeah, so those
Gotta
guys
go.
are gone, and then I also
Oh, there's
think
a lot.
technically, I think this is finally the year that Franzen's contract's officially off the books.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
we're not
that's-
paying for him.
Thank
Good.
God, yeah.
So that part is great. And then as far as the new additions, we signed Bobby Ryan, who's a big name.
Huge.
Yeah.
John Merrill, he's a defenseman from Vegas. And then in net, they signed Thomas Grice. Then they also got this Troy Stetcher, he's a defenseman from the Canucks. And then Vladislav Nemestikov, and he's a forward that I think Stevie drafted when he was on Tampa, and I think he was on Colorado last year. So those are the free agent signings. And then they in the draft they of course they got snake bit. They should even though they were the worst team forever, we got the 4, so they missed out on the consensus one was Lafreniere, and then the number 2 pick was that Byfield, and then the 3rd pick was this guy from Switzerland. So they drafted this Lucas Raymond, kind of like a power forward from Sweden, and then we had another 2 or 3 second-round picks, and so we picked up 2 other guys from Sweden, a big defenseman, and then another guy from like another European, Cross Hannes. I think he's a forward. But overall, my thoughts, I think symbolically just getting rid of some of that old guard of crappiness and overpaid guys.
Cutting a dead weight.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just
Yeah.
great. The only really shitty contract that I can think of that's still on the books is like a Franz Nielsen is still. I think we have him for another year or 2.
How much money do you know?
You think he's making $5 or $6 million, which is
Oof.
just too much. But other than that, it's like we're at least able to shed that. And what I like about
they said Stahl.
Oh yeah, and then they traded for Stahl. He's a defenseman for the Rangers, and that was more of a salary cap dump.
Stahl brothers?
He's the 3rd one. I don't know if he's a cousin or a brother.
Let's look
Um,
him up.
He is a brother. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
There's 3. Yeah.
and so he is.
I got all the Red Wings we got up. Take a
So
look.
So Stahl was, kind of an overpaid veteran for the Rangers, and we took him on, and we didn't have to give anybody up. And for taking on the salary, we got a 2nd-round pick, which I think was in this year's draft. If not, it's in next year's. But so there were some talks that we were going to cut Stahl and not even play him. We just wanted the draft pick, but we'll see how that shakes out. But what I like about the signings of all the veterans that we signed is that none of them are expensive. They're NHL players that should at least help us compete. And
Bobby Ryan's gonna be worth something at the
Yeah,
trade
and
deadline.
then trade
He's
Not
gonna
even
be
that. I
nice.
think this is going to be his second chance.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever seen that documentary he did.
Oh,
He
yeah.
comes from a
Yeah,
tough,
yeah, he won the Masterson
He
Award. I think he
needs-
was an alcoholic. and
Yeah,
all
he
that.
needs that second chance. This is the city to do it in. This is
Yeah.
the team to do it in.
Yeah.
I mean, he can just
But with all these
light it
guys,
up.
they're not making a lot of money, and they're only
$1
they're only
million.
signed for 1
The 2
1
years?
or 2 years or 3 years. So
Grice.
so if it
They
works
should
out,
be there.
it works out, and if it doesn't, no big deal.
Bobby
and then-
Ryan. It looks like here.
But Bobby Ryan's he's definitely
yeah.
getting a little long in the tooth. He's been in the league a while, but
Let's see.
12
years.
I think overall, what's nice is it feels like there's a level of trust with Yzerman, like that he knows what he's doing.
Oh.
He's done it before with Tampa.
Look at Tampa.
The Tampa
So-
won this year. That was
Fucking
him.
squad.
So-
They should have won last
Yeah,
year.
it feels good. It feels like we're on the right path.
Feels-
Definitely, we're on the right path. I think with
3-4
CVY,
years, we're gonna be. A good
yeah,
team.
I'd give us about 10.
What? No.
Profile.
Stetcher is a
Yeah.
solid guy. And Stetcher's a North Dakota boy.
Yeah.
You know,
We got him. We
He's only
got.
5'6",
I like
huh?
this guy.
Yeah,
5'6". That's vape.
that guy's not. Stetcher is not 5'6".
No,
You
the,
gotta be reading
Troy.
it wrong.
Or 5'10", I'm sorry.
I was gonna
5'10".
say.
I was mixing the 186.
Who else we got?
5'6".
This
goddamn.
Nemestikov is a pretty.
He was good.
Yeah, he's promising.
He's very good.
And the thing with him, it's like
Thomas Grice.
The,
That's. oof.
the Tampa is so stacked that a guy like that, he gets kind of 3rd line, 4th line minutes. It's like
Yeah.
I thought he
comes
played
over
Colorado.
here. Well, he was drafted by Tampa, and then he ended up in Colorado for like a year.
Meskov? No,
played-
Dallas. Oh wait, no, I lied. I'm sorry. Yep, you were right. I'm sorry. I should
Um,
never doubt you.
but
Never doubt you again. Interrupt you.
But the point is, if you look at Vegas, their first expansion year, that's kind of what it reminds me of to some degree. It's like no one expected anything out of Vegas, but they got a lot of just like mid-range, competent NHL players, and then a guy like Carlson, William Carlson, not the defenseman, but he was just an okay player. But then he was on
Got
the
the
top line,
opportunity.
got the opportunity, and he lit it
Yeah.
up. So maybe some of these guys with the opportunity.
I think
to,
so. Look
you know,
at Fabry.
yeah.
Fabry's been lighting up.
He came over.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Any other comments on the
The Wings.
And Stevie, we trust, man. I'm excited to be a Wings fan.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's getting fun.
Oh, I've been watched the Russian five times in the past 2 days. Oh, I'm all in on the Wings, man. All in.
I will say,
Great documentary too. It's
name-
free on Tubi.
Name dropping, talking with Malky a little bit the other day, and
Not a big
no
deal.
big deal. Just the timing. I'm like, well, when are these guys gonna fucking play? Because Belfour is still not open. You know, the practice facility.
Even for the pros, no.
No, they haven't opened up the facility yet. But and then obviously with COVID, everything's up in the air. But what he said that they were targeting, this has not been agreed to. But in a perfect world,
Rumor alert. Rumor
yeah,
alert.
in a perfect world, what they'd like to do is have January 1st be opening day for the NHL and do multiple kind of
The Winter Classic.
multiple
Sweet.
outdoor classics type thing, and as like kind of a kickoff.
That would
So,
be cool.
I think that'd be very cool. But we're sitting here October, 20th. That would involve, kind of getting people in training camp and kind of mid-November, December, and then
Getting in
kicking-
game shape
and then kicking it off.
Who did we get in the draft? Who did we get?
We talked about that. So we got the number 4 overall pick. They took
Yeah.
Lucas Raymond. Slackeroni's giving me a hard time for calling him a power forward because he's only 5'10". So that might not have been but he's a sniper. He's
Where did he come from? Do you guys know?
He's a Sweden. He was
Sweden,
on their World Juniors team. He's young.
Yeah.
He's probably only he's probably 18, but he was highly. Last year, Eisman took Sider
Yeah. What do you
number
think
4.
about him?
Well, the reports are good, but when they drafted Sider, everyone was like,
What the
"Who the
fuck?"
fuck is this guy?"
Right.
Yeah.
I think
I've heard
he was
nothing but
kind of
great things.
Yeah, and he is, but he went
Yeah.
off the board. But this Raymond guy was, basically he was one of like 2 or 3 players that they thought that they're going to take. So
What I heard about Schneider is that even in Traverse City last year, he stepped up and he was like the captain.
Yeah.
He was way mature for his age.
yeah, well,
which
Sider was,
we need that. We
Yeah.
need some good D.
and he was playing in the men's league in Germany, so he was used to playing with 25, 30-year-old guys. So by all accounts, Sider had a really nice year in Grand Rapids, and
Did he? Yeah. What about Zdeno? Do you know think?
Sedina is
yeah.
Sedina. I think it's fair to say he's been a little bit of a disappointment. And
Well, Red Wings, we like to hold on to our
Well,
picks and let them develop.
when I
for a
say
while.
that, it's because you're always compared with who you could have been drafted by, and so they passed on Sedina, and Quinn Hughes went right after him, and Quinn Hughes is just lighting it up in Vancouver.
Oh yeah.
So that, and Quinn Hughes played at Michigan, so that's the logical comparison. But Yzerman has said that Sedina is going to play. He's going to make the team, and he's going to play for the Wings all year.
I think he needs to.
We'll see.
He need yeah.
So we'll see. It should. I mean,
Now
it's-
goaltending.
At least it's interesting to watch.
Bernier or Grice.
Oh, I think Grice is a better.
Really, Bernier I thought played awesome last
Yeah.
year.
It's hard, it's hard to judge because he had such a
On
shitty team in front of him.
yeah,
So
it's really
we'll
hard
see.
to judge.
Yeah, when I would.
Penny might look better than
Yeah.
Howard.
and
Oh
Yeah.
fuck
Anything's a
yeah.
step up there.
and on the flip side to that is that Grice played behind a great Islanders were kind of a defensive team. So,
Yo, with Barry Trotz,
so,
yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure Grice will.
Grice has
his
a-
numbers are not going to be as good as they were in New York, but he's a veteran NHL goalie.
He's got an ugly style, but I guess he makes saves. You know what I mean? I think Bernier last year looked phenomenal. I watched him practice a couple times with him and Howard. There was a lot more effort put in by Bernier than was.
I would
Howard.
be shocked if Howard or Abdelkader made a roster, this year.
I think so. I think
same.
I think Howard will.
I don't know.
He's got 2 All-Star appearances.
He's got to be
Because
third.
our team was so
Now
bad,
he's
we
going to be
couldn't send
backup.
a real
He's going to be a
all-star.
backup.
We'll see. We'll make a little gentleman's bet. Applicator might have a chance to
would
play
say I
for the
think he's
league
gonna
minimum
play, yeah.
somewhere.
Or-
Someone's gonna pick him up for.
We'll
just
see.
a
Need
year
toughness. Who
enforcer.
needs
Yeah, I was gonna
toughness?
say, yeah.
The problem with Applicator, he hasn't even been that tough, as he's worn out. I mean, we'll see what happens, but I think Applicator's got a chance. If you want to bet Coca-Cola on Jimmy Howard, I do not think that he will. on opening night, he will not be on.
Well, no,
he
not
will
op-
not, he
maybe
will
not
not be in the
tonight.
top 2. He will not be on an NHL roster.
I would
Now
agree.
maybe by the middle, so we'll see.
Yeah, by the middle
He's
of the road
pretty
when
fucking-
somebody gets
he's
injured,
pretty fucking bad.
He's just fucking
And-
bad.
And you see
I'll
Jimmy
make that
Howard,
bet.
even in his prime, like you see, he's a
barely
local
got
guy.
it.
He hangs around the rink. He's never.
You ever see him?
Yeah.
He's cock diesel up top, dude.
But he's.
But that's not what goalies
but
should
he-
be.
He's overweight. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's kind of
and
fat.
my
Is he?
point- And my
Oh,
point is,
okay.
if you're going to be a 36-year-old goalie, you
You
have
gotta
to
be
be
in
like.
shape.
Well, in MNL would be number 1.
Exactly. But Howard doesn't strike me as a guy that's gonna. He's got a family, he's got kids, and he says he wants to play, but. And I could be wrong. What do I know? I don't know shit. But I'd be surprised if Jimmy Howard signed.
From what I've heard around the league from people, he's very well respected. Now, last year winning 3 or 2 games.
D. Sips agrees with me. He says no respect to Jimmy. Had a nice career, but he's done.
I don't think so. How old is he? Anybody know? Let's look it up.
37.
I don't think he's 38, but he's at least 35, 36.
Jimmy Howard age.
So when is Captain Kirk gonna join the MNL league?
36.
So Captain, I don't.
Who's
did
Captain
Captain
Kirk?
Maltby? Did he play in MNL? He definitely. I don't think he's
Wait, the
ever played in
real Maltby is gonna come play with us?
He's never played in an MNL game. He did play way back when. Again,
I'm
for you-
creaming
for-
in my pants here.
for you new guys, and I hate to bore the old guys, but MNL.
Fuck the old guys. Hit me with it.
MNL started because we had that beer league out in Onyx, and we had the world's worst team. We went 0-27, 0-27 and 1. We tied one
Jesus
game.
Christ.
Yes. Oh, we couldn't even skate. It was hilarious. But then that team
Then Maltby showed up.
no.
Yeah.
We won it all,
So
baby.
then, and there were some
Put
characters.
Maltby in a wig.
Yeah.
Look like Matt Taylor out there.
There were some characters on that team, but let's just say we had 13 guys on that team.
Sure.
We took like 7 or 8 guys, and then the next spring league, the OFP Stars, Otto
Okay.
Family
Never
Properties.
came in.
Oh,
we,
is that
we,
them?
we,
Okay.
pla- we played in we played in a spring league in Troy. Okay, so
Okay.
that was kind of, and then the link to all this is Ryan Allen. So Ryan Allen was on the Steelers. That was the name of this Never Ever League. Okay. Ryan Allen was also on the K-Falcons at the same
Okay.
time, and we didn't know any of these K-Falcons. Ryan Allen.
Who's on the K-Falcons at this time?
Charles and
so
Panty
Ryan,
Dropper
yeah.
and-
So the K-Falcons were Panty Dropper, Cone was their goalie, Peso. No, excuse me, not Peso. Sorry, Charles Mackey, Sam Mackey, maybe like an Eric Lapoudre. Their
Oh, yeah.
superstar was Gio, the Red Rocket.
Yeah.
Gio, I love you and miss you, buddy. I'll be over there with the brothel
Yep.
soon.
So Ryan Allen was like, "Well, I play for another shitty team, and maybe we can, maybe we can get some
Let's
ice.
be shitty together, guys.
Maybe we can get some ice and practice." So I'll never forget. We got a sheet of ice at Troy Sports Center. Ryan Allen was our skating demonstrator.
Wait, who?
Oh,
Ryan
my God.
Allen was our Ryan Allen and Chad led the skating drills. This is a true story. So this is you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this.
I know.
So then it was the K-Falcons versus the Steelers. I mean, this would
Who
be.
won that matchup?
It was close.
This is a
And it-
Special Olympics
Yes.
fucking contest right here.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
I would love to see them
Yeah.
drills.
So, oh god, it was so bad. But anyway, so then that happened, and then I think the next fall, the OFP and K-Falcons continued for one more full fall season. Then that's when then I started getting ice, and we did drop-in skates. And so we did drop-ins every Monday night wherever we could get ice, and then it was just like first 20 to people, and then the quality of the league up. But that's when Pete came, Turnbull. So we had all these drop-ins,
Yeah.
and then we were like, then we're gonna sign up for our fall league at
So
Troy
did he
Sport.
take over the trainer?
Yeah.
Did he take over his trainer?
So to make a long story short, we were gonna sign up for these fall leagues, and we were like, "Fuck this! We should make our own league."
Yeah.
So, and then the rest is
Yeah.
history. So we got ice at Hazel Park, and we had a 4-team league, which was the Nordiques, Whalers, Seals, and North Stars, and that was season.
Same GMs?
That was same GMs.
Yeah.
The Whalers were Trent and this guy named Brian Walters. That's a long story. And
Good guy or
then
bad guy?
he's a good guy, but
Yeah.
there's some issues there.
We should dive deep into him.
But and that was
Live on the
it. So
internet,
that was the
just let 'em
birth.
know.
That was the birthplace of MNL. There's 4
Yeah.
teams. Then I think we went to. Did we jump to 6 teams right off the bat or just to 5? I can't remember how we.
What
figured
year is
it out.
this? 2015.
We must have jumped to 2. We must have jumped right from 4 to 6 because
We
then
were
I can
still
tell you. I
even.
can tell you.
yeah.
right
So,
now.
so
We were
then we
still
brought in
even,
the
yeah.
Ducks and the Americans.
Yeah,
that
we
was
were
6
still
teams,
even.
and I think we did that for 2 years, and then we brought in the 7th team, and the rest is history. But that's how it all started. So that was a long ass way of saying. So Kirk Maltby has not played in an MNL game, but he did come out for one of those drop-in skates over
Yeah.
the summer.
Not a bad deal.
Yes, and I was still a goalie at that time, and I still remember him roaring down the and he was dishing, and like,
Who's the
Yeah.
Wheeling
But-
Nailers?
that was a spring
That's a
team.
spring team.
That was
Oh,
a spring
sorry,
team.
my bad.
But I still remember Maltby just coming down the right wing, and he's winding up for this slap. I mean, he brings the stick
Yeah.
up to here, and I'm just like shitting in my pants, like,
Right,
and
get out of the fucking
then
way.
he just passed it back door and scored, and blah blah blah. So, anyways, but he did come out once, and I guarantee you I could get up. I mean, obviously with COVID and all this stuff, but the problem is. There's never a good time for him to sub because, like, who does he sub for, and and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't want to face me either.
Yeah, but so that's Maltby. We did, and then the other guy, my son's other coach, is at Langfeld, who you know,
I know Langfeld.
another former NHLer,
Guy I
and
used to coach with, no
yeah,
big deal.
but he did come out and play. He subbed for the Whalers in season 1 when the Whalers were fucking horrible, and he could not. Former NHLer, he could. Who's awesome? I mean,
Yeah.
you've seen him skate. I mean,
Oh, man,
and he's a
fucking
big
can
guy.
skate. Yeah.
And but he could not get the Whalers a win.
Oh yeah, I'll bet he was pissed.
He came
You think
out-
I got an ego on me. That motherfucker's got an ego in the
You
hand.
never know.
He was he came out one time and he was
couldn't
like,
get the win?
I
wish
actually
you
didn't
would have
know
told
that
me
that
that
was
when
him.
he was on our team.
I know.
would've
I
given
didn't
him
know.
so
I
much
would have
shit.
fucking chirped
Like
him
he was
so
like,
hard.
he
I
was
didn't
like,
know
I
that
could
that
not
was
be
him.
seen skating with these guys. Like,
I
yeah.
wish.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's that.
hilarious.
So So if there's an opportunity, I mean, it would be nice to have Maltz come out there.
Oh fuck
Yeah,
yeah!
it's
Let's all fanboy out.
There we go.
Let's all
There we
fanboy
go.
out.
So, anyways, that's all I have. I think we've covered everything on my. Anything else you guys want to chat about?
Yeah.
Are we,
bring something else up.
are
I'm
we
not
gonna
done.
end up doing a what the hell's it, All Stars thing
That's
this year?
that's a
Ooh
good-
yes.
We've done it every year.
Yeah, we gotta do something.
It's just so I don't. There have not been plans. I mean, we have it. Usually, we do it during the bye week or over the holidays.
We
Or
do we
Yeah.
do a pond hockey one if it's cold enough?
We've
I know
done-
last year was the
I mean, everything's up in the air with COVID. We have done.
That's
the
what
problem
we're
with
here.
pond.
We're
the,
throwing
the,
ideas out.
the problem with pond hockey the last couple of years has just been too fucking warm.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there was a big one out in Whitmore Lake that the guys did. One year it was like 50 degrees and they were out there and it was like a slush bowl. I can't believe they didn't fall through the lake.
See, the thing that sucks
And
too
then
is a
it's
lot of the boys won't go far.
Yeah.
Like if we can make a whole weekend out of it and
Yeah.
make it so much fucking fun,
Yeah.
but 90% of people ain't gonna show because it's
Yeah.
not in literally Oakland County.
Yeah. Well, so
Let's
there.
go to
Yeah. Well,
Wisconsin.
you'd have to go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely would have to 100% guarantee that you're going to play. You definitely have to go up north.
Go to
you know?
Quebec.
Well, whatever. Up
Yeah,
north.
that'd be fun. Go see some French
that
girls.
That border's not even going to be open,
Oh,
buddy. So
oui.
don't.
No,
worry
I'll
about
get
that.
away. We'll get away over there.
But I'm sure we'll do an all-star game. We've done one every
You know,
year,
some
so
mules.
we'll.
Oh,
do,
I know. I got some
and a
Gitas.
Bender Bowl.
We'll do some of that and a Bender Bowl. The other thing we did the stadium. This is before
I was here.
your
yeah.
time. We did a stadium series that. The problem is I get too many kids and I can only set up so much shit. But we set up we had a Michigan.
Delegate.
We had a Michigan State. We played at Yost, and then we played game 1 at Yost, and then
Alumni you talking about?
it was everyone from our league.
Okay.
It's like most of the guys. We have a lot of guys that went to Michigan State, a lot of guys went to Michigan, and then we
Yeah.
have some other guys that just filled out the roster.
And we're headed for community college, guys.
Yeah,
We're starting a
you
team right
you
here.
You gotta identify. But we played at Yost. We played at Yost
Yeah.
for game 1,
Mhm.
and then we played games 2 and 3 up at Munn.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, and I'd love to do something like that again.
Maybe
Yeah, that'd be
do
definitely
a Spitfire and then what are the Firebirds now?
Flint and Saginaw Spirit. You mean?
No,
OHL?
no. Oh yeah, we can't go across the border. Yeah, Saginaw.
Yeah.
Or
Oh.
something like that maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's fun. It's fun to play in new arenas, And
Oh, yeah.
Yost is a cool.
Yost is
Obviously, you
iconic.
know because you went to that game. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just
thank you.
it's just cool. Yeah.
I played there
and
a
then
couple times before they renovated.
Trent
too.
usually sets up a tourney every year as well, and I know one year they
I'm
rented.
not invited. Though.
I don't know if that was that an outdoor tournament or an indoor?
No, that's indoor.
Okay.
In
Is that the
Brighton.
one where they rented the house and
Yeah.
then someone fucked up the lawn and he got in a fight with the security deposit? I had a hint, but that was a good time. I think even
That's a
Chad.
great time.
Chad participated, and I think Chad got all drunk and bombed. And passed
There you
out
go,
on the
Chad.
house or something.
There you go.
Chad's
Yeah,
usually
it's
list.
pretty much a
Chad's
shit
actually
show.
playing tonight, so
It's
he
pretty
can't.
much a shit
chime in.
show the whole weekend.
Yeah, so
but
there's
it's awesome.
opportunities.
Yeah.
There's opportunities. I'd love to do a pond hockey thing, but again, you
Love to
gotta-
do some tournaments. Yeah.
but I don't. So the problem with that, obviously
somebody
being,
set it up.
being weather dependent, but then also COVID. Like it's going to be so. I'd be surprised if people even try to organize it unless it's way up in the UP because
That's what I'm
from
saying.
the organizer's perspective, with even if the weather's good, then what if like the COVID numbers are high and then and then it gets shut down and they can't do it, so we'll see.
But also,
It got shut down. The Brighton tournament got shut down this year, or just last year, because of the COVID stuff.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
but if
it
it's
turned into a
outdoor
mess
in the
right away.
sun,
I understand. I'm just saying, we'll see. Keep your eyes open. I'd love to do something like that.
I know.
But we'll see. But we will do an all-star game, and I think the skills
All-star game.
competition was pretty fun.
That was
last year,
that
too.
was awesome.
You know?
we gotta get some more ideas going in there. Maybe help Panny a little bit.
Yeah,
Panny,
it's always nice.
Where
that
we get- where
he's
anybody,
overwhelmed a little bit.
anybody who wants to volunteer to take on something. It's
I tried with
always
the team
a-
pictures.
it's
Womp
always-
womp
I'd like to get the guys-
womp.
And I
I'd like
think,
to get the guys
hey,
together at least a weekend or something like that.
Yeah.
To like
Yeah.
do something, either like going to one of those bars that do the axe throwing or
yeah,
Karaoke
even, like,
night.
feather
Yeah.
We need to do a
bowling or
karaoke
bowling.
night.
I don't really know if I trust you guys with an axe.
shout
Oh, I
out
can-
to Dougie Fresh though too. Speaking of that, I mean Dougie Fresh took on stat sheets this year, and that's nice. He's
Thank
done a
you,
nice
Dougie.
job with that. That's
You're
one
a fucking
less
gem.
thing that basically,
Panny's gotta
when
do.
this thing started, it's like Tuesday. Me and Panny are just working. He's doing the stat sheet.
Yeah.
I'm doing power ranking,
Right.
and you're trying to keep everybody happy. And
The mom and dad of the league.
So,
Mom and
does
dad,
that mean
guys the
everybody
best.
has a green light to like start doing content or what? Because like I felt as a new guy, like I didn't want to
I-
overstep my boundary.
So
and
we used to have.
I get censored
There-
all the time.
was
I
a-
can't say this. I can't do that.
You definitely.
You're the only guy in the league that
You're
needs
a,
to be fucking
you're a little
censored.
wild card. There's
So-
no, and
JP, you're the mutant who invited me.
No.
Me and you are mutants together.
I
together.
didn't want to be the guy getting made fun of.
And
last
I'm the
season.
smarter one out of us two. I'm the one who can read,
Oh,
motherfucker.
well, Dickie
That
Dunn
was a
wasn't there.
crazy fucking
By the
word.
way, so there is a Slack channel. Speaking of magical Slack channels, it's called Social, but it used to be called the Press Box. But there was a season, I think it was 2 years ago, where we had content. Everybody, Charles Mackey, he every once in a while will grace us with an article, and he's witty and awesome.
Yeah, that's not I can't
Oh,
write.
but he's great. So he
Yeah.
would do articles. Busta is a witty motherfucker. He would do
Yeah.
articles, and then
Yeah.
Dickie Dunn.
Every week they did
Well,
articles.
I think-
every week it was great. You'd have 2 or 3 articles every week.
We need some
We
Instagram
had, like,
videos.
every game. It
I
was
think me
great.
and Proctor, if we get together, do some Instagram videos, we could.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
at
Dickie
peaks.
Dickie Dunn is really
Oof.
the only one who still does the
he's
recap
surviving,
articles,
yeah.
and it's great. Thank God that he does it.
So
But
do I get the green light?
you have the green light to
Make content?
to make content. and
Okay, I need
and
some
sub-
passwords.
And submit it to.
No,
and
I
submit
need
it to Payne
password.
for approval.
No. Trust me. No.
Yeah.
No censorship on me.
Yeah. So and they have their pen names so speaking of so Justin Wright, he might have done like one article, but
I'm not doing articles.
but Panny was Yaromir Drager. Charles' pen name is Charles Machismo, and then Bustamani's is Senor Busta, some
me and Dave
Mexican thing.
me and Dave Pugh write
So if
an
you're not
article
gonna-
together.
Yeah, can only imagine
Well,
that one.
Oh, it's tremendous.
Dickie Dunn is good. Dickie Dunn and myself in the power rankings are good at getting Dave Pete quotes. You have to spell them phonetically,
Yeah.
misspell, but how they
Oh,
sound.
trust me.
Fine,
Hey, I'm fluent in that language.
But when you say, so if you have the green light for content, but you're not writing articles, what are you going to do?
Videos. We'll do videos, something like that.
Yeah. You can do
It's
the.
gonna
You
be
can,
him
I
at
don't
the
need
strip
s-
club
I was
by
just gonna
himself.
say,
Hey,
Slap it-
no,
slap
I'm
the
not a
shit
strip club
in
guy.
it.
I'm not a strip club guy.
yeah.
That's
Throwing
one.
the old
That's yeah.
Throwing the old shuffle.
Yeah.
The little 2-finger magoo there, boys.
So yeah, that's about it. You got a song to take us out? Come up with
Let's
something.
see here. Keep
something-
talking. Keep talking.
some-
Don't make it
I
awkward.
want
Don't
some-
make it
I
awkward.
know. I
Don't
want.
make
I
it
want
awkward.
something lighthearted, a sing along.
Sing along. All right, keep talking about
something
something.
good.
Let me get something going.
Yeah, you can do it. But that's it. I mean,
It's called making
maybe we can get Piercy on as a guest next week. Would that be fun to bring?
I think
Yeah,
so.
that'd be good.
I thought that was.
I'm
pretty
not.
cute.
I'm not like Piercy where I just banish people and won't let them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Come on.
Everybody's welcome.
I mean, he says that with such a straight face too. He doesn't even feel bad about. He basically just says like, Piercy's just basically like, well, I don't want to be around Dylan 'cause
Because he made fun of me. He made fun of me.
No. He's like, that dirty lifestyle that he lives, I just don't trust him.
He's
you
got
know?
Oh my
COVID for
God.
sure.
It's true.
It's not true.
I'm not saying
It's
I'm
not
not saying
true.
the allegations are true, but that's flat out why Piercy doesn't want to do it. You know, he's just like, I
That's
can't be in
why?
the same room with the goose. You know, I mean, we're all at risk.
While he's going to the fucking gym all the goddamn time. Yeah. Get out of fucking here.
You know, how's that song coming? Check this out. This is dead air. This is bad radio, as they say. You got the Bluetooth. You got it pulled off on the board.
Nah, we're getting there.
Jesus, just
Dude, it's called making conversation. What do I gotta do everything?
Maybe Fister can send us out on an acoustic.
Jesus.
On an acoustic.
Oh,
one.
where's your guitar?
There we go. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with us. Dave P is gonna get this stuff downloaded to Piercy so it can go on the YouTube channel. Can we get a commitment on that, Dave P? All right, we are out.
No, wait. Get it. Got to find the reason why my mom.